Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes, getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners, back again with another episode. This is like 66 days in a row that I have done a podcast and a video every day. So we are rolling along here with the Miller Park Minute. Daily podcast every day, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We post new pods. We try and keep you in the loop, guys. Get new information, fresh content daily. So right now, we're not talking about a whole ton. We are covering some WBC games. We are talking spring training games for what it's worth. The Brewers beat the Guardians 12-3 today. 12-3 moves us to 5-8, and the Guardians were 4-8 or are 4-8. So big thing. Brasso went 3 for 3 today. He had a homer, two baggers, 4 RBIs and a run scored. William Contreras went 2 for 2, 2 walks and an RBI. Big start from Brandon Woodruff. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 4 strikeouts. So good stuff that way. Obviously, lots of hits, lots of runs, lots of highlights. It was just a good spring training game as for what that's worth. I mean, spring training games are spring training games. I mean, I don't think we got to talk too much about that. But I mean, other notable highlights, Brasso, we talked about his 2 doubles today. Miller had a double. Brown Jr. had a double. Brasso had a homer. Yeah, lots of William Contreras. Brasso had some RBIs. Miller, Montecero, Sparks, Turing all had RBIs. So the good news here is Strzelecki only gave up a 1 hit, 1 earned run today. Pergulo, he had a walk and a strikeout. Piamps, nothing, zeros across the board. Milner gave up a hit today. That's about it. Cousins, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Robinson also came in with 2 strikeouts. So we're getting to the point where these guys are going longer. So you're going to see Woody, you're going to see Corbin, you're going to see Wade Miley. Wade Miley's first actual start came out and he pitched longer. So it's really perfect. And this is where everybody's kind of getting into spring form, getting into shape. Time of today's game was 73 degrees, 2 hours and 51 minutes. So the pitch clock is fully still affecting. That's a little shorter than the average game, but whatever. So good stuff. Like, good to see these type of games because you want guys to get hits and you want there to be a battle for these positions in these spots. One notable that was not in today's lineup was Garrett Mitchell. So Garrett Mitchell got injured and got pulled yesterday. No news may have qualified as good news on Friday regarding Garrett Mitchell, MLB Pipeline's number 4 Brewers prospect and Milwaukee's presumptive starting center fielder. Mitchell tweaked his right hamstring, beating out a fielder's choice in Thursday's game against the Giants. No further testing was scheduled as of Friday morning, manager Craig Counsell said. Mitchell, 24, added strength over winter, making a splash in the majors last August and September. He batted .311, delivered an .832 OPS, 8 stolen bases in 28 games, making a series highlight of plays in center field, lifting himself into position for the Brewers' regular start there going into 2023. So, other center field options, we've already know Tyrone Taylor is injured. He is going to potentially be hurt to start the season, so he might start on the IL. Blake Pertins was the non-roster invitee. Owen Miller, he's versatile. Bryce Turing, who's the number 5. Of course, Sal Frelick and Joey Weimer could also play that position. And then long shot, Jackson Churio. Jackson Churio played again today, by the way. He got in late in the game. It looks like he went 1 for 2. So yeah, there's still plenty going on here, guys. We are just not. It's just not news. My wife thinks she's funny. Not news. There's not like this is just stuff we kind of recycle. So like literally, these are the headlines that I've already covered this week. This is Friday. Friday is always a slow news day, a no news day. Saturday and Sunday are basically no news days as well. So, $290 million stadium deal struck down, but a new coalition working to keep team in Wisconsin. Where I talked about that. Assembly Speaker Voss says Tony Evers' $290 million deal for long-term American Family Field is dead. There's another one about the deal being dead. The Stakeholders Coalition, Wisconsin Coalition aims to keep team in state. Coalition. So, again, here we are, guys. It's the future talk. We are talking future because these people don't know what to write about. They don't know how to write about Eddie Alvarez skating around the clubhouse today because that was cool. That was funny. Eddie Alvarez is a former speed skater. I think that's cool. He's playing baseball right now. Yeah, they just don't highlight those things. I know Eddie Alvarez has been a story at one point or another, but the team itself has some stories, and McCalvey is always really good at putting them on, so he does a great job with those. Coalition. Oh my gosh, every story on Google's top stories is about the budget that we already talked about. It's not going to happen. Yeah, that's literally every story. It's either that or the coalition, which we talked about. $290 million money was essentially going to be gifted to the Brewers. It didn't happen. They aren't going to do it because the Senate, the lawmakers want there to be more bang for their buck, more return on that investment. Do you blame them? No, I think it's good for the state. You're not just going to give a chunk of the surplus money to a said team and get nothing in return. Just my thoughts. So before we get into the World Baseball Classic, I want to take a tour over to brewerfanatic.com. Brewerfanatic.com is affiliated with me. They are posting my videos, my shorts. If you haven't seen the new short, go over to brewerfanatic.com, go watch it. I posted a new short. Just kind of saying some things that I would like to see happen. And I titled it In a Perfect World. Reason in a perfect world, because I would really like nothing going wrong. These things could happen. And that's why it's titled In a Perfect World. Kind of a wish list, per se. Do you have a wish list for the Brewers? What is it? What do you think the Brewers could do, with nothing in the way? All positives. Just dream it up. All positives. I would love to have everybody comment something positive that the Brewers could do in 2023 down below in the comments. If you could do that for me, comment a positive that you want to see, whether it be a player-specific stat, an accomplishment, an all-star, a Cy Young, MVP, any of those things. Comment that. Let's get some positive talk going about the 2023 Brewers. Question of the day is going to be: where do you think Luis Urias lands? Does he stay at second base or does he stay at third base? What do you think? Personally, right now with the options, I think it seems best that he's going to stay at second base. I think that's going to be his best bet. think third base will kind of be that rotate. Not to say they won't play any third base, but I think they'll rotate him in. Maybe we give Turing a try at third. Who knows? But as it stands, I mean, we've got a lot of positions pretty well locked up. Obviously, catcher's locked. Pitchers are locked, except for the bullpen. So we know those roles, though. I was listening to a game today, and it was kind of fun to hear him talk about Wade Miley. Wade Miley is that veteran, and he gives that veteran presence. Actually, I think I was talking. No, it was yesterday's game. I apologize. I was listening to the alternative broadcast. I forgot who he played, but I was listening to their broadcast, and they were talking about adding a guy like Wade Miley and how Wade Miley played, and maybe a little bit today they were talking about it. I think our broadcasters were talking about it today, but they were talking about how Wade Miley is a guy who will play hurt. You know, the Cubs needed him last year, and he played hurt. That says a lot about character, and that's something cool that, you know, like they signed the guy, and he was committed to be a part of the team and to play at his best level. So I don't know. That's just something cool. Like I said, brewerfanatic.com. They got positional previews going on, done by Matthew Trueblood. Guy's a stellar writer. Getting the forums and the blogs over there. A lot of people write and add to that, and there's a lot of good stuff. There's good video content, people talking monthly, as well as myself. So check it out. It's almost better than a Facebook group because everybody's pretty low-key cool. Like, you know, you're not going to have this, you don't got to worry about the spam over there. You don't got to worry about the just the junk, you know, like if you want to go talk to people, you can talk on the forums. If you want to watch videos, there's videos. If you want to look at the news, there's a news page. So check it out, guys. Join in. Last but not least, we are going to finish up with classic. So I love this classic. This classic is my favorite thing going on right now. And I'm why I love it is because you get to see good baseball players showcased on a different stage. The MLB is great, but it doesn't always showcase its players in the greatest of light. So these players get to play alongside their countrymen, people from their same region, people that speak their same language, and have fun and enjoy baseball. Some of these guys are former players of Major League Baseball. Some are current. And some guys have never even played in the majors, and that's what's cool about it. It's baseball coming together as a world game, a world sport. And we get to watch it right before our very eyes. So, Netherlands still 2-0 atop the Pool A. Chinese Taipei is 1-1. Italy is 1-1. That's Freilic's team. Cuba is 1-2, and Panama is 1-2. So Netherlands got that lock, got that spot on lock. Japan is now 2-0. Shohei Ohtani has been putting on a show for them. Australia is 1-0. The Czech Republic is 1-0. China is 0-2, and Korea is 0-2. We have yet to get into our pool and the Dominican Republic pool, Venezuela, Puerto Rico. So the ones with a good chunk of our players have yet to start playing, but we do get to see them start. I believe we're going to see them over the weekend here, maybe. Let's see here, schedule the 11th. So yeah, Mexico versus Colombia is tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern time. So that would be 1:30 our time. Venezuela versus the Dominican Republic. So the Miami pool is also going to start. Our first match, USA versus Great Britain, is tomorrow at 9 p.m. And that's going to be on Fox. Gonna be watching the World Baseball Classic, folks. It's going to be awesome. They got all kinds of good merch too. Oh, but these teams, like I said, these teams, it's just amazing to see these teams. We're just checking. All right, guys. Do you got a favorite? Do you got a pick for this World Baseball Classic in 2023? I feel like it's gonna be either DR or the USA. Okay, top 3 teams: DR, the USA, and Japan. And Japan's already off to a hot start. We'll see how the USA and the Dominican Republic do. Jury's out. Jury's out. One more news and notes thing. Kind of a lot of talk because Jonathan Lucroy was on the previous World Baseball Classic team. We all know that. But what you don't know is he is currently in camp. Unless you saw the picture on Sophia Minute's Instagram today, he is currently in camp and he's working to mentor young catchers and players for the Brewers. So that is really an awesome thing to see a guy like Lucroy come back to mentor young players to be a part of this team after he's long gone. Whether he's going to get a coaching or an advisory role, who knows? We don't know that, but it's still cool to see. What if we get Shohei Ohtani versus Mike Trout? What if that happens? Do you imagine like teammates facing off on the world stage? Two of the best baseball players of our generation. That's just oh. I'm sure like at some point in some kind of training practice, batting practice, something like that, Shohei's thrown to him. They've probably done it screwing around, like not for serious, but they've probably done it. I would think. Maybe. I don't know. Do you think they have? Do you think that the Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout have like because they gotta be buddies. They gotta be friends. I mean, they're the best two stars on the team and they prop each other up. Um I bet they do. I bet they screw around and Shohei comes out there, try and hit my fastball, kind of thing. I can't imagine why you wouldn't. Like, just for the fun of the game. Like, these two love baseball, and it's very apparent. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I would love to see it, though. Just, there's so much good stuff. There's some players that are missing, but there's enough good players that are in this thing that it's like, heck yeah. Heck yeah. So tomorrow we are going to talk about the game live, probably more World Baseball Classic. Probably preview the Team USA roster. Ooh, they got Rowdy wearing the green. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Is there anybody going to opening day? I was going to ask this question a week ago and I forgot about it. Is there anybody going to opening day? If so, answer me this down below. This is the final thought I had for today. Answer me this down below. If I had like a meetup and I did a live show in the parking lot, me, the butcher, I got a gaggle of other guests, would that be something you'd be interested in watching? Would that be something you'd come by and say hi, have a beer, whatever? We're gonna get there early. I always get there early. So I'm thinking about doing it. Let me know down in the comments below if that's something you'd want to participate in. We really appreciate it. Otherwise, guys, that is literally all I have got. I have tapped the baseball world. I have tapped the Brewers world. There is no other news. I've tried to turn up everything I can turn up. I do every day for you guys. So thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. As always, go Brewers. We'll catch you in the next one. And you know what time it's at? Yeah, that's right. 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will be throwing strikes, getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners all over again. And of course, tomorrow we got the live podcast session at 4:30 or directly after the game, depending on what time the game ends. So, yeah, hit me up, guys. Follow me on everything. Subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. And we are on Rumble. Don't forget about Rumble. I don't even know if I mentioned where we are, but you guys know. At this point, you already know. So have a great day. Go Brewers.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.